All right. All right. Sorry about that. I'm dumb. Fuck. That was so stupid. I guess when the fucking OBS updated, it reverted my hotkeys and the space bar. I always make sure that I turn it fucking off. I turn it off. Oh, because for some reason that one, which is the dumbest key that it could be, can start or stop your stream if it's the default. And I'm an idiot. So thank God this happened 5 seconds into actually showing the show. Let's restart this poll. Can I get 13 likes? That was infuriating because, look, was it a great start to the show? Probably not. No, let's be honest. But, it was a start. It was something. All right, let's get into Scorch. We'll start it from the top. He was excited. We knew it. I said it in the earlier stream before we got rudely interrupted by my stupidity. By the way, we're going to be monitoring our success tonight. Like I said, the goal tonight in the earlier stream, 13 motherfucking likes. We want 13 likes on this stream. And do you know why? I'll show you. 7 hours ago, Scorch uploaded this stream. 12 views. Meanwhile, we had, by the way, in the earlier stream, we had like 5 people watching at one time, which was nice. It was nice. We got one now. It's me. We'll get that back because we started back up a minute ago, No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to hit my own like button. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. Who am I, Dave Sarah? Anyways, like I said, I think that we'll get to, at some point, I think we'll get to 7 or 8 people watching live. I don't know. That's about where we've been. Usually it's about 4 or 5 right now. But like I said, maybe we can hit 13 likes by the end of the stream. Would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Have more likes than Scorch has views? I think we can do it.
Well. What's happening? How you doing? Scorch is here. Another round of Scorch's PFG-TV, and I'm really excited because joining me again, I had a lot of fun last time. It is my pal. He's no longer silent. He is B.O.B. from 95X in Syracuse. Bob, good to see you again, brother. Thank you for coming back.
How you doing, brother? Good to see you.
I'm kind of shocked you.
Okay, hold on. All right, before we get any further into this, the first episode, old Bob had a Danhausen t-shirt on. I got no problem with an adult man having a wrestling t-shirt on, even though I said that I did the last episode. But I'm trying to be nicer. Trying to be kinder to Bob today. But this motherfucker episode 1 shows up in a Danhausen shirt. Like I said, whatever. That's your choice. Between you and God to actually wear wrestling merchandise. Let alone in public. Let a fucking alone in public. But then to return for the next episode with Scorch, wearing, I believe, that says Hellhausen, right? I'm sure if we go to the WWE website, I'm certain if we go to WWE's website that's a Danhausen shirt. This man is now 2 for 2 wearing Danhausen shirts on the Scorch program. Hello, MGD. Hello, Metal. MGD says, you're going against Landon and Dixon, pal. All right. Wow. Oh. They literally went over every single memory on the last episode. What can they possibly squeeze out still? That's my thinking. I mean, they at least went over the highlights of the career. So now we're down to the B stories. What could episode 3 truly entail at this point? And I will say, episode 1, we did have the benefit that there was a few music breaks. Like Scorch, there was, about 12, 15 minutes that we were able to cut off because it was just songs that he played, like he was the radio. But he really fucking, I think, loves working with this guy. And I think that, like I said, 12 views in 7 hours. I mean, we've been live for 6 minutes and we're halfway there covering Scorch in the middle of the goddamn night. It's never been this over, Scorch. It's never been this over. But this is almost nearly an hour-long interview, just like the last time. But there's no music breaks. They're going to raw dog this, aside from, I think, about a 30-second wrestling clip. Scorch finally has a co-host he wants to talk to. And not just fuck.
You were willing to come back.
Oh, it was a lot of fun last time, man.
It was a lot of
I
fun.
haven't laughed that hard in a long time.
And as we were leaving the podcast, you said something to me about that story. And I totally spaced telling it last time. So, yeah, we're going to talk a lot of radio stories today because you've got some I want to find out about as well.
I forgot because the first episode, it was all, it was all radio stories again. But I didn't even realize, it didn't even space it. They didn't actually just go back and forth with radio stories. It was all Scorch stuff. This guy just remembered everything Scorch did because he was the low man on the totem pole. And I'm assuming this guy at one point, he seems like the kind of dork. He seems like the fucking Nimrod. This motherfucker, like, loves Scorch, doesn't he? Like, he actually had sweet respect for him, didn't he? And does. He brought out his 2 newest wrestling shirts, after Backlash, WWE does, a buy one, get one shirt for half off deal. He brought out his finest Danhausen shirts, episode 1 and 2. They're the newest ones. That neck hole ain't fucking worn out yet. Now, I'm blind, so that could just be a long whisker. But someone maybe in the chat can let me know that's got better eyes. Does Scorch have the toothpick in? Wait, what am I doing? What's the fucking... We're on 360p? Let's fucking boost this up. What are we doing? Get these motherfuckers in 720. You want to fucking look at some good shit? Ooh, look at these guys.
And I've only got a few more that...
See, I forget because I'm just like, whatever. I want my shit to run fast, so I just run everything at the lowest setting because, I don't care. I can't see the difference. But you guys can. You guys have working, like completely working eyes. I don't.
that I really want to mention, like the squiggly line story, which truly is. Tell me that's not an amazing, stupidly amazing, but an amazing, never forget story about this freaking business of radio.
I mean, you couldn't write something like that for a movie or a book. It's just bizarre. And when people hear it,
We're going to talk about.
just thinking,
Okay, good. It is the mustache. There is no toothpick. I feel cheated if there's no toothpick with Scorch. I mean, it's like it's the brand. It's the whole point of the Scorch thing.
about it, and I haven't heard it. And
Oh,
I haven't heard you. It's when you tell it.
Yeah.
maybe there
half
is a
of it has
toothpick.
to do with the guy's accent.
Oh my
and the
God,
way you
Mario.
describe it.
He was like a 90-year-old, the top 40 radio station owner, but we'll get into that in a second. Also, today, we're going to talk about something I had on Facebook a while back. It was all about what is the farthest you've traveled to
Oh
go
my
see a
God.
show. I'm talking.
I mean, it's so redundant, but this is, this is my thing. We all have our things that we fucking obsess over. Scorch is, for me, the obsession. All right, he has the toothpick. Thank you. God damn it. I can sleep better tonight knowing he has the toothpick. But I love Scorch. I fucking love this man. I would not die for him, but I would get mildly injured. I would sprain my ankle for Scorch. I would sprain my ankle. Yeah, I'm out of ideas.
A music show, a concert. So we're going to talk about that in just a little bit.
Oh, okay. My entire point was that the show is so redundant. He's, for 25 years, been failing consistently lower and lower and lower, and making his station in life worse and worse and worse by refusing to adapt to anything newfangled. He still thinks that doing the radio morning drive show that he did in 1987 is going to get him interest and recognition. We've all moved past it. There's nobody on earth that is going to get past 15 minutes in the show besides us. But that's not going to stop him from reintroducing the guest 4 times during the episode. It's that kind of inability to move on that I love. It's we all have a favorite restaurant, and you somehow still order the same dish over and over because it's a comfort. And Scorch flailing doing that morning radio thing, it's my comfort food. I remember being a little boy driving with my mother or father places, listening to the morning radio guy, and going, "Wow, that must be a fucking glamorous job. I bet it would be really cool to be the big radio voice. Man, if I could do that someday, that would be really cool." And then you realize that they make $14 an hour if they're not Howard Stern. They make $14 an hour. They get free tickets to concerts, but they have to be the fucking schmuck that goes out there and introduces them or mentions the sponsor of the show. They're the fucking lackeys. They're fucking losers. They're burnouts. Almost every radio guy is a burnout loser. But I still find comfort in listening to someone trying to do it. Because I'm still that little boy deep down. And I just think it's cool that a man can take a request and play Smash Mouth All-Star for Tony and Tuscaloosa.
In the meantime, though, to get things going, Bob,
Weird
10%
news?
of people, they say, have a joke memorized. I am not a jokester, yuckster. Do you do jokes? Are you a joke kind of guy?
Are you a joke kind of guy? Hold on. We gotta get that one. We gotta record that one.
A jokester, yuckster. Do you do jokes? Are you a I am not a jokester, yuckster. Do you do jokes? Are you a joke kind?
Okay, I'm sorry. I fucked this up, but we'll get there. We'll fucking get there.
Not a jokester, yuckster. Do you do jokes? Are you a joke kind of guy?
I'm not. My
Oh shit, I hit the wrong button. Fuck. Will this work?
Kind of guy.
Okay, see, I fucked this up. Here, we'll just record this fucking flat as it is, and I'll go back and get it later.
People, they say, have a joke memorized. I am not a jokester, yuckster. Do you do jokes? Are you a joke kind of guy?
I'm not. My friend Bill, my best friend
I'm
Bill,
not.
is a very
Scorch, I'm sorry. I understand that you mentioned that you're not funny. I'd also like to now take this time to mention that I'm a bore myself. And we are not going to be having any witty or fun banter to speak of, Scorch. In fact, I'm passionate about fucking not being fun. I like watching Dan House go, "You're cursed," and I think it's cute. Oh my God. Bob looks like a passionate, proud jingle maker. Bob looks like he's not allowed within 1,000 feet of schools.
it's the one-line corny jokes that he likes.
Billy's
to do.
good, huh?
So he's really good.
Bob looks like he
I'm
avoids taking his computers to the repair shop. He just gets a new one.
There's something, I mean, I've never been funny, even trying to be funny, being on the air. I've never been funny. I did some comedy. I think I did really well, but they weren't jokes because, once again, I'm not a jokester. The only joke I ever heard that I really know is the one told to us by Ernie, who we mentioned last week. The one about Cinderella when she got to the ball.
The one I remember. The one I remember is, and you're gonna. I mean, this is bad. It's bad, but Termite walks into the bar, says, "Is the bartender here?"
Wait.
You get it yet?
I don't get it. They don't get it.
Bartender here.
Oh.
Oh,
good thing there's
shit.
editing on this show. No,
Oh, good thing there's editing. The one show that we've never seen an edit on. Oh, fuck. Oh, Scorch is the best. Oh, God damn it. Oh, fuck.
Oh, good thing there's editing on this show. No, yeah.
Isn't it bad? It's terrible.
And there you go. So we definitely don't have jokes memorized. 40% of us ignore food recalls. Do you ignore food recalls? Do you live by the expiration date? Are you okay with shit coming up after the expiration date?
I mean, fucking Christ. Oh, I would hope that if I ever decide to have a guest, we need to have a guest at some point so I can at least prove to myself that 4 minutes into the conversation, I don't ask my guest if they adhere to the Best Buy date on their groceries. That, once again, we're 4 minutes in. Whew. You know, this is the time where I wish that I really had nailed that Are you a joke kind of guy? Drop. So that we could already have it ready to go. Because, my God, what a monumental fucking clusterfuck. The final boss or Siggy Jones need to be your first guest. Never. Those two, I can almost assure you. I can pretty much assure you that one of those people would never come on. And not that they wouldn't come on because they declined, because I would never extend the invitation. And the other person, there's about a 97% chance that I would not have them on. And it's nothing against them. It's nothing against them. It's more to do with me and what I want to talk about. Because I just know that the final boss would be a fucking just, he's great on other shows. I love the final boss, but me and him would be, we would be oil and whatever, water.
I usually throw it out by the expiration.
Pussy.
Usually I'll go a day or two over.
Pussy.
If it says best by, I'll go a couple days over. If it says use by, then I throw it out.
This is interesting.
Fucking loser. Fucking loser. This guy's fucking out here throwing away perfectly good food because it expired today. Fucking what an idiot. You don't go by the sell by date. You go by the smell test. You fucking nonce. This idiot's probably throwing away perfectly good turkey breast. Just make a sandwich, pussy. It expired 2 days ago. If it's in the fridge, it's fine. It's fine, bruh. This guy probably sees a little brown on his banana and is like, icky. Icky. Nah, motherfucker. Put those bad boys in the freezer. Make some banana bread next month.
I'll go a day or two over. If it says best by.
All right, now Scorch is going to say something that's funny about it, and I'm going to wonder if it's a complete segue because he doesn't actually care about the response, or if he really intrinsically cares about what this guy just said.
I'll go a couple days over. If it says use by, then I.
He's trying to interrupt him already there. So this is my favorite part of the Scorch dynamic. This is why it takes us 5 hours to cover the show. It's not necessarily the fact that what they're talking about. That doesn't really matter. It's the communications between them. It's the subtle fucking nuance of language that we all share. Scorch has not listened to one fucking thing this guy said ever since he turned over the stick to him. He's not listening. He don't care. It don't matter. He's ready to move on. Let's see if he's actually going along with the conversation, or if, as I've predicted, if he's just ready to move on because he didn't actually want a response. He just wanted a yes and.
By, I'll go a couple days over. If it says
he's right there. Right there, he's trying to interrupt.
Use by, then I throw it out.
This is interesting. Hey, Bob, do you mind if I bring up a little bit of your background?
Okay, so he wasn't listening at all. So wherever we go from here will not be related to Bob throwing food out just when it's a little bit past date. Whatever Scorch landed on after insincerely asking the question will be completely just a non sequitur.
Go right ahead. I don't
Okay. Bob has delved into the world of swinging before.
Oh. Oh.
Another sandbag. Just a fucking sandbagging machine. This son of a bitch.
And I don't
Okay. Bob has delved into the world of swinging before.
Oh. Oh.
No, but my next fact might have.
Wait. That had nothing to do with anything. It was literally a non sequitur. It's not even true. What the fuck? What the fuck? By the way, this guy's a latent homosexual, right? So, like, obviously the swinging is just a nice trip to Fire Island or the back rooms of a seedy pornography theater. What the fuck did that have to do with anything? What the fuck? 2 episodes and he's already sandbagging the guy. At least with Holly, it took like 4 episodes.
By the expiration date, occasionally I'll go a
He
day
just
or
keeps
2
going.
over.
He just keeps
If it
rolling
says
through it.
Best Buy, I'll go a couple days over. If it says you,
He wants to interrupt right there. I mean, that's so funny that like he gave the guy fucking no time to and nothing to go with, right? That's the fucking worst question of all time. When do you throw away grocery items? He's giving the guy fucking absolutely a dog shit question that nobody would care to answer. He's fucking he's throwing a bounce pass into the 7th row when he should have thrown just a little alley-oop up to 7'5" Wembanyama. But no. Sabotages the guy with one of the worst questions of all time, and then immediately discards any thought of listening to it or actually getting a response in order to sandbag the guy with what I'm assuming is just a made-up fact. Unless maybe this guy was a swinger. And of course, MGD, yes, I was going to go there when we finally got back to the to that part of the clip. But this guy's swinging adventure, if it was with a woman and was real, look at that Danhausen shirt. Like Metal said, it's soft. Danhausen shirt is fucking, it's like, I get it if you're a child and you want a Danhausen shirt. If I had a son that was like 13 and he loved Danhausen and wanted a Danhausen shirt if we went to the wrestling show, I'd get my kid a Danhausen shirt. But if I saw this 55-year-old man in the Danhausen shirt, I'm assuming with a replica belt as well, I would kind of probably want to bully him and ostracize him from ever having any communication with me or my family or my friends. What the fuck?
use by, then I throw it out.
This is interesting. Hey, Bob, do you mind if I bring up a little bit of your background?
Go right ahead. I don't.
Okay. Bob has delved into the world of swinging before.
Oh. Oh.
No, but my next fact might have something to do with that. They said when women were asked what food reminds them of their husband, 2/3 of the women said a potato. Why would that be?
Oh my God, it was true. It was the cuckening. Hey, Bob, you were into swinging with your wife until she left you. You know what they say? 2/3 of women compare their husband to a potato. Right back to you, literal Mr. Potato Head.
I mean, you cut open a baked potato and it doesn't look like a guy. It kind of looks like an interesting looking gal. If you put a little sour cream on the crevice, the crevasse.
Wait, what the fuck? Scorch sees a pussy when he has a baked potato? I never liked sour cream, by the way. Controversial opinion. Not a sour cream guy. That being said, all things aside, Your Honor, I can never look at it the same way now that Scorch himself has compared it to cum. It's awful. It's disgusting. All right. By the way, this is a perfect time to say this. Hold on. Give me a second. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we like to keep things honest. We like to, we're just us. We're a small family-owned law office in rural Minnesota. We keep things a buck. My goal tonight, I don't know if we're going to get to it. It probably isn't going to happen, but if you can, hit the like button, because my goal is to get 13 likes on this stream, because one Scorch has 12 views on this episode. I guess technically 13 since we clicked on it. So maybe we need 14 likes. The point being, my YouTube studio and analytics has let me know that we have surpassed, in our half hour of being on here, we have surpassed 15 views. Thank you. Yes, the applause. I like it. Thank you. Yes, give it up. We've beaten Scorch in views. The A-logging will continue until morale improves. You know, it's funny. A-logging. I was under the impression that just meant like someone who just watches along and maybe isn't particularly a big fan and just is having a laugh watching somebody. No, turns out A-logging is like you actually like want harm done to the person. So I've been misusing that term for a long time and not even realizing it because I'm stupid as shit. But now I do. Now I do want harm. We need 8 more likes? Fuck. This is going way better than I thought. Jesus Christ. We just need 13 so we can beat Scorch with likes. That's fucking crazy. Who knew? Who knew that the market for Scorch would be so bad that we could fucking beat them? We got 44 subscribers. Look at this. Where'd it go? There's 44 subscribers, right? Scorch has 31,000. Scorch has 31,000. Oh, it's not good. It's not fucking good.
Oh my
I can't
gosh.
figure that one out for the life of me.
Hey, you know what? Let's forget about the rest of the after facts. Let's talk about that for a second, Bob. Let's talk about the swinging thing, can we?
Oh my God, it's real. Holy shit, the swinging thing is real.
We've talked about it ourselves. It's the strangest thing, but you've done it often. Have you done it like at all in the past few years now?
No, it's been years.
It's been
since I
years.
was involved in any of that
So
stuff.
you could open up the door. You could open up the black door. What do they call it? The black curtain. You can pull the curtain back, and you can tell people about these things. Tell us about what is it like? Is it really just
what's it like to feel a woman? How do women smell? Did you get to kiss her on the lips? What was it like to touch her breasts? Did she have big breasts? Bob, I'm asking you this because I've never had sex. I'm a 63-year-old virgin.
Hey, how's it going? Good. How are you? Good. Bang, bang, bang. Is it that simple and easy?
Occasionally.
Is it real?
Rarely, but rarely.
Okay.
It's It's a community. I mean,
Oh, fuck. This guy was a cuck, wasn't he? It's a community? It's a fucking community?
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark, indeed. Oh, fuck. The community. It's a community, the swingers. That's how you know he's into the lifestyle. Now, that's me using a little bit of insider knowledge. Hey. Oh, scandalous. This guy was into the lifestyle. Fuck. Make sure you hit that like button. We need 13 likes. Please hit the like button or the dislike button. I don't care. It could be either one. I just need more likes or dislikes than 13 so we can beat, of course, the views. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Please do it. It would be nice.
And it's the consent is a huge thing. You obviously have to have a rapport and talk with people
Yikes.
and get somebody's okay, because I've seen situations where somebody has tried to like make a move like that really quickly, and there's people there to just, if she says back off,
You have to back off.
Fuck. You know what would have been great? This needs to be I need this to be a fucking drop. Fuck.
What is the password?
Orgy.
Fuck, that would be a good drop. That would be a fucking solid one. Oh my God. You know what? Fucking, you're right, MGD. It is. I mean, you are right. I'm not just realizing it, but it's absolutely with malice that Scorch does this stuff. When I did talk to Holly, who we're still working, I'm still in the background, trying to get her on the show. Someday it'll happen. I might need to buy her equipment, which we will do, but God damn it, woman. Anyways, the point being, she let me know that, because I asked her, like, Scorch started maybe like episode 3 or 4 with her. He was like, hey, talk about your DUI. Hey, would you fuck random stranger guys? Hey, can you tell us about the last guy you hooked up with? And apparently the last guy she had hooked up with was like a 21-year-old, possibly friend of her daughter, which fucking cool move, Holly. Me and Bob here, we're in the lifestyle. We think that's pretty neat. We're all into it. We're weird. Point being. He apparently something had happened before that where I don't know if she had like turned down his advance or he had made an offhanded comment about them like getting together and she rebuffed him, and that's when he started being nasty. So there definitely is something to Scorch like vindictively going at these people. Like, you might be onto something about this guy having like screwed him over years ago, even just in his own, even in his mind. Maybe the guy took a couple shifts from him, or they talked about in the last episode, this guy got to interview all the cool headline acts at these music festivals while Scorch was introducing them. Who knows? Maybe Scorch is just mad that this guy still has a job in radio part-time. That, you know what? That's probably the simplest answer right there. That's fucking, we got to the bottom of it. That's what this is. This guy is still on the radio in Syracuse. Scorch has been out of the game for 3 years. He's on Social Security. He's on a very fixed income. That's all it is.
Yeah, you have to back off.
Are there security
They're the
people there?
nicest people. I mean, obviously, they're the nicest people.
They're the nicest people. They let you sleep with their wife. Pretty chill. Pretty cool.
And you wouldn't believe how many people are involved in it. And it's a huge thing. It's a lot bigger than you think.
I could only imagine. Is the pineapple on the door thing a legit?
No, not April.
real.
Not
It's
April.
real.
No, not my sweet little April. Didn't April have a fucking pineapple bathroom at Casa del Toe? Not the pineapple Scorch. Not the pineapple Bob. Fuck.
That's an old school thing. That's even before my time, but they still use it.
And so it's not weird. Just are there separate rooms that people go into, or is it all just like just a massive orgy type, a bang room basically?
The bang
There's
room.
both. There are both. Like if a door is closed, then that's a sign that they're in there doing their own thing. They don't want anybody in there. If the door is open or on a hinge, the hinge is out and you can open the door, then usually it's okay to come in. And then there is like usually one giant room with, if you want to partake in that.
Isn't that something?
All right, this is weird. We're now just this is weird, right? We came in here, we were going to have a lighthearted little show. We were going to poke a little bit of fun at Scorch. You know what? I've often said that we want to know more about the guys that Scorch brings on the show with him. I want to know less. I would like to know less about this guy right now. Personally and professionally. All right, this is I got a boner, but like that's the least of the issues. It's still weird. It's still weird.
Everywhere.
And by the way, I'm not seeking information because I'm thinking about doing.
You writing a book?
I've always been very intrigued by it. So they have more of an open door policy for single gals than single guys, obviously, correct?
Yeah,
it's usually a sausage fest
activity for the most part. It's a swap activity between couples. Single girls.
What's Scorch looking over?
Unicorn. Okay.
Because there's not a lot of single girls that are involved in a lifestyle. A lot of people,
he called it lifestyle. He called it the lifestyle. This fucking dork. This fucking creep. What a fucking jabron.
The three-way and all that stuff. But for a guy to be involved, very certain clubs, very certain parties allow that. If
the bull,
the female half of the couple wants,
call them the bull,
multiple people involved.
Oh, the gangbang.
It's more, than a guy. More guys can be involved, but it's not. It's a couple thing. It really is.
And be honest about this. Are there any like really hot looking gals that do this?
Yeah,
there are some.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, most of them are obviously average looking people. You know what I mean? But it's
Scorch getting horned up.
You're just like, wow, my goodness.
Wow, no doubt.
But the thing is, it's like in real life, you may not have chemistry with that person. It's like, even though they're hot, you may be like, wow, I want to hit that.
All right, MGD is coming through with a little constructive criticism. Also, it's turn pay pigs into bacon, stupid. I understand. I understand. I don't think you get what I'm doing. I'm doing the Tom Myers Make America Innate Again. It's a rip off of that. Now who feels stupid? The person who tried to correct me, or the person who made a real reach? Yeah. Yeah. I will take your apology and your like.
You may not have the chemistry just might not be there. You might be like, oh, okay.
Has that ever happened to you mid stride? You realize that this is not necessarily the gal I want to be. It has.
Well, that's happened in monogamous relationship.
Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, holy shit. I really do think with how Scorch is like approaching this, with how he's interacting and asking this guy these questions, I really think there might be some weight to like, I think there really might be some weight to the Scorch being at least a near virgin. Like maybe he lucked into some pussy in the last millennium. But like the more he talks to this fucking orgy douche, the more I'm convinced he's had sex 10 times in his life, max. He's like 63 years old. These questions should have been fucking. You should have known them, Scorch. You should have known them. How many times did these guys do shows together? This first one was brutal. Mersh, this is episode 2. It's technically episode 6 of the new season of Scorch's PFG from 2026. But this is their second episode together. They've done 2 in 5 days. And Scorch mentioned off rip how much he loved doing this show with Bob. Going back and doing their little member berries. And I think, once again, I'm going to fucking beat this like a dead horse. But Scorch got 12 views in 8 hours so far, guys. We've got 20. Oh, I was going to say 24. We've got 25 views. We've doubled them. Doubled them plus 1. We got a dozen plus a baker's on top. All right? So I need 13 fucking likes on this show, you sons of bitches. All right? We're going to do it. We're going to fucking do it. Never ask you for money. Never ask you for a dime. No super chats, no super tips. Fuck that shit. For the love of the motherfucking game. If MeUndies wants to sponsor, are they still around? If MeUndies wants to sponsor, I'll do reads for you. But I'm not taking money from you sons of bitches. Keep your money. Invest it. Let's build a future.
That's my
not
pal,
even that this
POV.
isn't the gal. Not even this isn't the gal I want to be with. But at this moment, I'm just not feeling it. Stop.
No question about it. So let's talk for a few minutes where I'm with a B.O.B. from a 95X in Syracuse, New York. And what's the AM station that you're doing stuff for with the Mets games?
1260 the score.
MGD, shut up. I said he's got 12 views. 12 views right there. He's got 2 likes. No one cares. I want 13 likes. I want 1 more like than he has views. God damn it. Pay attention.
What is it? The WSCO?
Love you.
What
I
is
had
it?
to think WSKO.
Oh, WSKO. Okay, there
I
you
had
go.
to think.
And how's things in the Syracuse these days? Doing okay?
Yeah, things are well in Syracuse. Lucky to have a job in radio. That's
Tell
about
us,
it.
let's get into radio stories again. These are always fun. Tell us about.
The beauty of this is that they could just tell the same stories from the last episode, and I wouldn't know the difference. I don't remember one thing they talked about besides. Did Scorch mention Woodstock 99? That sounds familiar. I mean, he mentions it in pretty much every interview that I've ever heard him do, so, it's not like I'm fucking, not like I'm really pulling a magic trick.
Let me see. Have you ever quit a radio job?
Yes, I've quit, but I've never been fired yet.
Okay, so tell
I've
us
never
about,
worked in radio.
tell us
Right?
about
Isn't
how
that the-
you quit the job. Did you quit peacefully, or was it more like B.O.B. like?
I think we've gotten 3 introductions of B.O.B. We're 10 minutes in.
I quit peacefully from the station we first worked at together.
Did you
I
really?
actually gave my 2
Scorch doesn't remember that this guy quit the station that they worked at. He knows nothing about this guy. This guy has every Scorch story that he's brought up. The guy's like, I remember that vividly. I was there. I was wearing a green pair of slacks. I had on my trusty Columbia sportswear gray pullover. You ordered the dim sum for lunch, Scorch, and the weather was mostly overcast, but the afternoon was pretty sunny. I remember exactly where you were when you blah, 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 and whatever. Meanwhile, Scorch cannot remember one fucking thing about this guy. You ever quit a radio gig? Yeah, I quit the station that we worked together at. Yeah, you did. Oh, fuck if I knew.
2 weeks.
You can really tell, by the way. Now I'm just because I'm the same way. I'm the same way as Scorch. I'm not this is a me and Scorch problem. There might be some charm in it. Probably realistically, not. But we forgetful fucks. We smoke pot. You can be a little slow on the draw sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You're trying not to have a panic attack. You're trying not to think about world hunger or the hunger that's growing inside of you. You can space cadet shit. But you can tell this fucking dork right here, Danhausen shirt and all, in the lifestyle. You know that this goof and his perfect memory have never gotten fucked up. He's one of those autistics that just, I like to go to the wrestling show, and I like to see my favorite wrestler is CM Punk, but I like to support Danhausen because Danhausen he's fun. And I like to have fun. I'm not a funny guy, but I like to have fun. And then after we go to the wrestling show, I drop my son off back at his mother's house, and then I go to an orgy. And then when I'm at the orgy, if the woman consents, I put my penis in her mouth. And if she says no, I move on to the next woman. And if all the women are creeped out by me in my Danhausen shirt, as I Winnie the Pooh at the orgy, then I settle for the transgenders.
Notice, and I actually worked a little longer because the K-Rockathon was coming up in about a 3-week period.
Yeah.
And I knew there was a lot of work to be done. And I said, I'll make that my last day. So my very last day, they gave me the mic on stage to close out the show. Like they trusted me and everything.
They trusted you.
Evanescence was the headliner. So
yeah, that's obviously radio trust because that doesn't happen often. I have quit. Let me see.
No, see, here we go. MGD, this is the difference between you and me. You're a Scorch newbie. And while the question about the orgies, that was malicious. This question about quitting the radio station was not a malicious leading question to get this guy to talk about some embarrassing story. He doesn't have it. He's a stiff. He's a stiff at the orgy, and he's a stiff at the old job. So management trusted him. He's a fine guy. He's not going to go on stage. He's not going to go on the radio airwaves and make a hassle. He wants to just get the next job. It's why he still has a radio gig. He's a trustworthy doofus. There's nothing behind those cold, dead eyes of his. But what Scorch really wanted to do was Scorch wants to bring up a time that he quit a radio job. He's not asking these questions because he's interested in finding out about old B.O.B.'s experiences. He's just using everything as a vehicle to get his shit in.
They trusted me and everything.
They trusted you.
Evanescence was the headliner. So
yeah, that's obviously radio trust, because that doesn't happen often. I have quit. Let me see. I quit my first job when I first met Ed. I quit Pix 106 in Albany to take the job at WAAF in Boston. That was with.
Okay, now all of a sudden I don't even care about what's happening or what Scorch is talking about. Who's fucking with something in their hands or on the floor that's getting picked up by the microphone? Is that Scorch or is that B.O.B.? That shit's going to drive me fucking batty.
The job at WAAF in Boston. That was with the late, great Uncle Fred Horton was the program director's name at the time. And they threw me off the air for saying something along the lines of Jackie Onassis is now pushing up the grasses or something like that. And oh my God, you can't say anything like that. My mother brought that up to me the other day, so she remembers that. I totally forgot about it. I quit that station though after they got rid of me for that reason. But that was kind of...
Wait, can we hear that again? I quit that station after they got rid of me for that reason. Scorch got fired, and then he goes, "Oh, well, you can't fire me. I quit." Listen to that. This fucking idiot. He's gotten fired from every radio job ever, by the way. There's not a chance in hell that Scorch is the type of guy who had a better offer somewhere else as long as he got himself fired. I mean, he laments old Opie and Anthony. But they were able to quit stuff and get better jobs. That wasn't Scorch. He can claim that he was fucking syndicated. It never happened. It never happened. Pretty much everything's a lie. There's nothing wrong inherently with the lies, but we got to call him out.
Brought that up to me the other day, so she remembers that. I totally forgot about it. I quit that station though after they got rid of me for that reason. But that was kind of a mild quit. WAAF. Now let's talk about that. The hamburger pizza story. Can we talk about that? The hamburger.
I want to hear all. You have the best stories.
The hamburger pizza story. Here's the deal. If you're an O&A fan,
oh shit, hello.
I walked into, and you've heard O&A talk about, they called him Dave Dickless, okay? He replaced Ron Valeri, who Ron was one of the best, if not the best program directors I had ever worked for. Ron was a rock genius, okay? So Dave Dickless came in, and I just had a feeling my job wasn't secure. Bob, in radio, you get that feeling.
He goes, "Bob, you got that feeling. You know when they're about to fire you." Meanwhile, as Scorch was listening, 2 minutes ago, this guy just mentioned that he's never been fired in radio. He's quit a couple radio jobs, never been fired. But Scorch, of course, he ain't listening, and every station over the last 40 years at some point has just gone, you know what? Don't come back Monday. We'll figure it out without you. Just, here's your final check. Here's Stanley. He's the security guard. You've met him a few times. He's going to walk you to the door. We already packed up all your stuff in your little cubicle. We are keeping the weed, though. Good luck telling the cops about that, Scorch. And adios.
Your job's not secure. You feel it. The vibe is different in the building.
Yeah.
The people's vibes are different. You're gonna be dumped at some point. So I went into Dave's office and I said, "Hey man, I want to know. I don't feel comfortable right now. I don't feel secure. I don't feel my job is safe." And Dave Dickless was one of these people that when he was not telling the truth, if he was talking to you, he'd look up into the sky and rub his chin. Now here's where the famous hamburger pizza thing comes in. Dave Dickless says,
I remember this well.
okay, Dave Dickless says, hey Dave, is my job safe or not? Hamburger. Your pizza. Right now, WAAF is in the mood for some great hamburger. If we were in the mood for a great pizza guy, you'd be the guy because you're the best pizza guy in the biz. But right now, we're looking for hamburger. So they offered me weekends.
This is a new wrinkle to the story, by the way, if you've ever heard of it. The original telling that Scorch had is that he didn't ever go into the guy's Molly having a stroke. What are you talking about? We're good. Unless, was I doing something stupid? Oh no. Hit the like button. We got 6 to go. Maybe I am having a stroke. That would be nice. But Scorch's original telling of the story is the same as Opie and Anthony's, is that Scorch got called into the office one day and was just told, hey, you know what? Like I said, hamburger, kind of in the mood for it. You are pizza. Get out. We're done. Oh, I was shaking. Okay. That is I know what was happening there. There's a fucking little, it's dumb. It doesn't matter. But yes, I probably was having a seizure. But as I'm looking for stuff, I was getting my water. I was filling it up. And so my head was going down, so it probably just glitched it. That happens. Fuck it, 28 views, guys. Scorch has 12. He's got 2 likes. How many likes do we have? Last time I refreshed it, it said 8. Said 8 likes. We can do it. We're going to get to fucking 13 likes before this goddamn stream ends. I believe in us.
And at that point, I was like, well, fuck you. I'm not good enough to do my full-time shift, but I'm good enough to babysit a weekend shift. And back then, it was a lot easier to get into radio other places. So I said, fuck you. No, I ain't going to do that, So that was my WAAF story. And the pizza and hamburger story. There you go. That's the full story, 100%. That's the way it happened. Hamburger, your pizza.
I love your expression.
What's that? Yeah, yes, exactly.
Hamburger.
Now this.
Okay, so once again, Scorch and him could, if they were joke guys, but even if they were just normal human beings and not fucking radio scum. I mean, radio guys are just the fucking worst. They're always thinking in fucking in little bits and bite-sized convos, and you gotta get to the point. You gotta move along. New audience every 15 minutes. Gotta keep that energy up. Whew. People want a little pep in their step as they're going to work, listening to you on the radio. They can never get out of that way. It always has to be boom, bang, ow. They could fucking spend 15, 20 minutes on this topic, right? It's one of the defining Scorch stories of all time. They got nowhere to go. This is a 55-minute show. I mean, I'm assuming if they're having fun that you would just, want to spread this out, not give up every nut in 1 second. Scorch is just not even barely going to let this guy respond and add any context or thought or opinion or maybe something that's similar that he's heard or something that happened to him. Nope. Scorch told the story. That is it. German efficiency, even though he's Jewish. Let's get the fucking next topic. We gotta just keep going. There's no relaxing. There's no just carefree, let the fucking wind whip through your bald head. Scorch would be the worst person to go on a road trip with. Scorch would be by far just the worst person to go on a road trip with. And by the way, I would probably on the same token be the worst in the opposite way. I would take too long. I would want to stop at every viewpoint. But Scorch, you go for a nice cruise on, what is it, Highway 1 along the California coastline. Go through, Santa Barbara and up that way up towards Carmel by the sea. See all those rocky enclaves and the fucking where the ocean meets the land. Scorch would be fucking ripping through that at 100 miles an hour. No time to catch, a little lunch at a riverside cantina. No enjoying the view. No putting your feet up on the dash, listening to some fucking, Beach Boys. Nope. It's going to be fucking Meshuggah and 110 all the way to fucking LA. The kind of dude that never stops. Exactly, Metal. Just can't fucking enjoy the day. And is 8 likes the new record? I think probably, because we never begged for them. And seriously, once again, I'm gonna harp on this fucking 20 times. I don't care. I don't ask for money. I don't ask for shit. Scorch has 12 views in 8 hours. We have 30 views in an hour. We have 44. We have literally look 44 subscribers. We got 5 people watching. Please hit the like button. I want to hit 13 likes. I want one more like than he has views. I think that would be a funny thing to get. I think that's a funny flex. To have more likes on the fucking watch along that's condescending and rude than on the actual show.
Story.
You know what? And I want more likes and stuff. You know what? Here we go. Watch this. Look. Boom. I'm throwing in a like for Scorch. I'm helping him out. I'm a good guy. I'm a nice guy.
Here. This story is a classic.
What did you refer to it as? What did you refer to it as when we went off the air last time?
Oh,
the chair, the push.
I forgot, man. I told you I'm a weed smoker. So this was even before I became Scorch. This was I just got the job to move, to Pix 106 in Albany and become Scorch. So I was leaving the station in Nashua, New Hampshire, B106. It was a top 40 station, and I had a rock background, and I literally got onto the station, and all I did was make fun of all them. Now that we found love, what are we gonna? What the crap is this shit? You know what I mean? And stuff like that. It was just fucking horrible. And I used to just make fun of everything. So this old man, Mario, the general manager, when I left, I said, Mario, I gotta go. I can't take this place anymore. I have a really good job. Well, why are you leaving? I said, first of all, this place is filthy. And he says to me, he looks me in the eye, he says, let me tell you something, Sonny. First of all, you aren't no Howard Stein. Okay.
Scorch is laughing that off, but I mean, was Mario wrong? Scorch wasn't the next Howard Stern. Scorch wasn't the next. You know what? I bet in the history of radio that there has been a man named Howard Stein who did, in fact, have a better career than Scorch as well. He's laughing this off like some guy told him that he was going to never amount to anything as he sits here never having amounted to anything. I mean, once again, can I say any more? Well, let's do it again. He's got 12 views in 8 hours. Hit the like button. I need 13 likes. He's laughing this off like he's the fucking like he's doing an interview from the top of his penthouse apartment overlooking Central Park. You know that guy, he told me I'd never amount to shit. And 5 videos ago I said I'm on a limited income. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? Maybe Howard Stein was right.
I gotta go. I can't take this place anymore. I have a really good job. Well, why are you leaving? I said, first of all, this place is filthy. And he says to me, he looks me in the eye, he says, let me tell you something, Sonny. First of all, you aren't no Howard Stein. Okay.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. MGD's made a few comments about it. And I'm with her, but, you know, I got a soft spot for tards in my heart. I got a soft spot for tards. But this Bob fella, he's pure evil. Watch as he waits for First off, he's sitting there cheesing like a fucking soy boy. He's got soy boy face. I saw someone talking about Mom Donnie, the mayor of New York, and how you could never trust a guy who's got perma-smile. You know? You could trust the guy who's fucking miserable all the time. You know, shout out wherever he is right now. You could trust a guy like Panhandler. He don't care. He just wants to die. So all the cards are on the table. But this fucking guy, there's darkness in him. This orgy-going creep that knows all the rules of the lifestyle. Watch as he waits for Scorch to laugh so that he knows it's time for him to join in. Oh. Sinister. Ugh. Watch him wait for Scorch to start chuckling so he can let it all out. Fuck.
You aren't no Howard Stein. Okay. No Howard Stein. Okay. Aren't no Howard Stein. Okay. Aren't no Howard Stein. Okay. I was like, oh, this is going to go fine.
Look into those eyes. Holy shit. Hold on. No, too much work. Too much work. I was going to zoom in onto this fucking... He's a shapeshifter. He's a reptilian shapeshifter, this Bob. It all makes sense. He still has a job in radio. He's a lizard. We need to test... If he has children, we must test them for lizard DNA. Me and MGD were playing this game called The Backrooms or something, Escape the Backrooms on Xbox. The monster in the game in the first level, the first couple times you encountered it, terrifying. I was legitimately scared. I didn't want to play the game anymore. That monster, I'm realizing now, was just a warm-up for the true beast. The man who will probably become my sleep paralysis demon. Bob. B-O-B. You know, from 95X in Syracuse. This man will haunt me for the rest of my life.
And he's sitting in a chair. He was a military guy. God, thank you for your service. He had a big American flag behind his desk. And he was sitting at his big leather chair at his big nice desk with the American flag. And I said, and the other thing, Mario, this place is a fucking dump. This place is filthy.
You already said it was filthy, Scorch. Your point 1 and point 2 was that the building wasn't clean. Maybe pick up after yourself, son of a bitch. You know, Mario wouldn't have to pay for a fucking janitor service if you wouldn't throw your fucking wrappers on the ground. You think about that, you fucking selfish piece of shit?
Every time I come in, this place is filthy. Mario puts his chair back. He goes, let me tell you something. Oh, wait a sec. He didn't put his chair back yet. Okay, we're still talking. I said, the place is filthy. He says, let me tell you something. I once went into the bathroom after you did. He goes, there was a hair in the toilet. Then he pulls his chair back, and I'm looking down at my package area, and he flicks it. He goes like this, flick. Say this is my package. He's going, it came from your dick.
Wait, is Scorch describing being sexually assaulted now by an old Jewish sounding man? I guess Mario isn't very Jewish. Did Scorch get molested by an old Italian man? What the fuck is happening?
I'm looking down at my package area, and he flicks it. He goes like this, flick.
That just sounds like a homosexual experience, Scorch. Is he going to tell us that he got blown next? What the fuck? Bob's over here losing it. I mean, look at that soy boy face. That's pure evil. MGD, you're wrong. Every bone in his body's evil. That's why you're getting confused. You go, there's no possible way a man could be this evil. No, he's pure evil. All right? He's so evil that he reverts back to seemingly being not evil. He's cartoonishly evil. Comes across as endearing when you don't see it. Fuck.
Say this is my package. He's going, it came from your dick. Right? Yeah. It came from your dick. That was the last words I had with Mario at B106 in Nashville.
That never gets old, man, because it's everything in the way you explain it. And it's the accent, it's the squiggle.
Oh, because he did that, the squiggly thing. And then when he had to push his chair back so I could see him flicking his package area. So it came.
Oh, thank God. Okay, the old man was playing with his penis in front of Scorch. The old man Mario was giving Scorch the Louis C.K. All right, that feels a lot better than him flicking Scorch's cock. That seems more playful. All right. This is less traumatic than I thought.
Came from your dick.
And your
that was
expression
good old
was?
stuff. I'm here with B.O.B. today.
Fucking Jesus Christ. Another fucking introduction. That's the fourth one. B.O.B. has been introduced. Let's see. It's hard to see with the fucking white on the white thing. We're 18 minutes in. We are 18 minutes in. The co-host has been introduced 4 times.
From 95X in Syracuse. I'm here with B.O.B. today from 95X in Syracuse, New York. Bob, what time are you on the air there?
I go 7 to midnight on Saturday night and 2 to...
Fuck. Wait, hold on. Wait, what was that?
7 on Sundays.
Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, what?
From 95X in Syracuse, New York. Bob, what time are you on the air there?
I go 7 to midnight on Saturday night and 2 to 7 on Sundays.
Okay. This is 95X, right? Is this guy live right now? I'm looking up the station. Okay. Island Takeover. Listen live. Let's see if this works.
You didn't start a business just to keep the lights on. You're here to sell more today than yesterday. You're here to win.
Okay.
For you, Shopify built the best converting checkout on the planet.
So now we're listening live to the radio. We are on 95X Syracuse, WAQX. That's the right one. Now it says now playing Noah Kahan, The Great Divide. I don't know this song. Is this a new one? It looks like they just played the Ataris' Boys of Summer, which was a good show, a good song. Looks like they played Youngblood. Isn't that the guy who was at the Aussie thing last year? I think that's him. I don't know anything about him besides that. Whoever Clarion, Hello Juliet. We'll come back to this. We got it on. It is what it is. I'm gonna hit press play for Scorch. Hit the like button, please. Fucking Christ, we're getting close. We got 35 views. We've tripled Scorch's views. I'm gonna hit play. I really gotta pee.
If they offered you full time, would you take it instantly?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Isn't that something?
But it's radio and it's different. Like we said last time.
People think that it's not work. It is work. But then when you actually do work, you realize radio's not really work. But you know what I mean? And I was listening to, and I was gonna get it aside next time, Bob, because we're gonna do this again sometime. I heard an air check, what they call an air check. That's a tape of a radio show from Steve Dahl and Gary Meyer when they were on WLS in Chicago, and there was a memo about a jock meeting. And because they were Steve Dahl and Gary Meyer, they're like, "Yeah, fuck that. We don't go to the meetings." And they read the memo on the air. And Bob, if it didn't strike every nasty chord in us that we've lived through over the years, stuff like get in and out of the records in 10 seconds. What? Get in and out of the records in 10 seconds. And we've all heard that. Don't do this before that. Don't do that before this. Make sure you never do this during this.
What did I miss? Scorch lamenting all the things that his bosses told him to do. Look, it sounds like that's what he's doing from the last 10 seconds I gathered. I'm probably a bit of a corporate kiss ass. I am a bit of a stooge. I understand. I'm not the most individualistic person of all time. I do believe that you need to have your own lions in your life. where you just, you got to stand up for what you believe in. But I think there are times where, especially if you're a guy like me or Scorch, where you're not exactly the best, that maybe, just maybe, a little constructive criticism might help keep you gainfully employed. Scorch here is lamenting the fact of all the things that went wrong in his career, while also simultaneously being like, can you believe these fucking sons of bitches told me what to do? While also being like, hey, can you believe that they fired me when I didn't do what they asked me to do? Yeah. Yeah, I can, Scorch. You seem like you were hard to work with, but not, clearly at the level of a Howard Stein fella.
There are so many rules and regulations that you really, unless you do a morning show, which has a little bit of leeway, radio is fun, but it's not like fun like you would think, correct?
I even have fun doing that and finding different ways to say the same bit of information. I try not to give the same bit of information about a song or about an artist in the same way. And I pride myself in doing that. But it's different. I mean, in a lot of different stations, like, we're allowed to talk and have personality and things like that. It's not like always in and out in 10 seconds. So, I mean, but it is in a lot of places.
It's so sad.
And it has been in a lot of places.
Personality radio has really come to a close.
I do love that Scorch, everything that Scorch is complaining about, this guy's like, yep, never had that experience. No, we're allowed to have personalities at my job. I got the overnights on the weekends. They just let me do whatever I want. It's cool. Yeah, no, I've never been fired. I've never felt like I've been I'm just going to be replaced by my boss. I've never had to go in and ask if I'm still in good standing with my employer. No, I just, never quit a job in a huff, never got into a fight on the way out. It's everything's been cordial. Every job I've left has said, hey, if things don't work out and we still got an opening, we'd love to have you back. You're a great guy. And that's why this guy, God bless him, is still fucking puttering around on the weekends. Maybe he's probably got a day job now, Monday through Friday, but there's still a place for him at the station because he's a good guy. I guess. I hate him. I'm supposed to think he's evil. I forgot that was my bit. He's pure evil. Black eyes like a doll's eyes. I don't think he has black eyes, though. It looks like he has blue eyes. It's the Danhausen shirt that's fucking pissing me off. My comparison of Bob to Jerry Lundegaard was slept on by the host, and I don't like it. First off, I'm not the host. I'm your friend. Second off, MGD, I didn't see that you made that comparison because I would have gone, hey, MGD in the chat makes a great point. There's a lot of Jerry Lundegaard. There's a lot of Jerry Lundegaard to this fella. Now it makes me want to get a drop of old Jerry going, no, wait, I need more than a finder's fee. We don't do bits. We don't do accents. Shut up. Hit the like button. Once again, I'm going to keep saying it. I don't ask for money. I don't ask for anything else usually. This one time. Scorch has 12 views. Oh, shit, 15 views. The views are going up. Fuck, we need 16 likes now. All right, we're not getting those. We're not getting that. I don't believe we can get 16 likes. We're going to try. We're going to try, though.
And
I've always been about the music. You know that. The music is number one with me. And I care about relaying music to people.
I've always been the opposite. I've always been about talking. I'm honest about it.
Gab.
That's it, it's the truth. It's just the way it is now. I mentioned O&A. Let's talk about something very quickly, and then we'll be done with that. Because I meant to bring it up last week. When I worked at the Dog in Syracuse, O&A got a hold of me and they said, hey, we have our old intern that's going to Syracuse University and would love him to come intern for you. Cool. What's his name? His name is Sam Roberts. Cool.
Oh, shit. We might be stumbling on something here now. Oh, fuck. We went ass backwards. Scorch is going to address Sam Roberts, the man who once snaked him and fed all the information about Opie and Anthony, or fed all of Scorch's information to Opie and Anthony to help embarrass him on the radio. We're finally maybe going to get a long form dissertation from Scorch. Come on. Come on. This is what I'm talking about. This is what we're here for. Scorch, by the way, for years could have actually been doing this. And this would have been a better show. Not him trying to recreate fucking the Merv Griffin show. Not him trying to be a fucking, not him trying to get back into radio. Not him trying to get back into show business. Scorch just needed to be the resentful asshole that he's always been. Scorch just needs to fucking take the gloves off, throw some sucker punches at these guys. He still wants to be liked. That ship's long past, my man. Get dirty, Scorch. Tell us all the awful stories. Tell us about Opie cheating on his girlfriend back in Boston. Talk about if you saw Anthony with a fucking 15-year-old. Let's go gloves off.
Oh, come on in. Met Sammy.
I can't press play, MGD. Hit the like button.
I've got air checks of me and Sammy cracking the fuck up, just laughing and having a good old time. And then Sammy went back to New York to go intern again with Opie and Anthony and produce Opie and Anthony. And as soon as he got back to New York, he just turned and he just became a lying, bitter person. And that's why the only reason I say what I say about him is say it to my face. Just come meet me somewhere and say it to my face, right? That's it.
Is he the guy that started all this stuff with you and Opie and Anthony, like the feud?
No, I don't think so. I remember I once went into, when they were at WNEW in New York, I once went into their show. It was sponsored by the Sam Adams Brewery. What a setup they had. They had a foosball table with an electronic scoreboard with all these celebrities' names on it that play foosball when they go in there. They had a bar set up. I mean, it was just the coolest thing. And I went in there and I saw they had a phone computer that said, so-and-so from San Francisco wants to talk to Scorch, blah, 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 and all these people. And I was like, wow, this is great. And then I found out that after that day, every time I was on the show with them, they would pot me down and they would talk over me.
Oh,
wow. Sure, Scorch. So wait. All right, first off, I probably should have stopped it, but I got self-conscious because MGD said, can I press play? But he said that Sam Roberts would lie about him to Opie and Anthony. And I'm trying to think of like what he said has been, by the way, like agreed upon by every other person that knows him that I've ever heard mention or talk about Scorch. Like Sam Roberts, his thing was that Scorch maybe smelled like dogs and potentially dog urine. And that Scorch would oftentimes be covered in hair and maybe kind of a bit just rude to people and not understanding of social situations. And then years later, another one of his co-hosts said the same exact thing. Said that Scorch basically tried to inadvertently ruin his career by lying to him and to other people about, what the plan for their show going forward was. Scorch screwed the guy over. He pretended they were packaged to the guy and that they were trying to get a bigger job. And as soon as the job came around, it turned out that Scorch was actually only negotiating for himself, leaving the other guy out in the wind. I don't know. That seems pretty rude. That seems pretty, lacking in social class. And then I talked to Holly. And I talked to Holly personally. She sat fucking 3 feet away from Scorch. We saw it with our own goddamn eyes for how many hours. And Holly mentioned that Scorch was always covered in dog hair. Holly mentioned that there might have been a distinct smell as well. So what did Sam lie about, Scorch?
Wow. Yeah, and my cousin, who was a listener of theirs, actually, Cole told me that one day. She said, you should listen to the way you're not even on the air with them. You think you are, but every time they're talking to you and every time you answer, they're just putting you down or potting you down and talking over you. So that's, now Sam, on the other hand, Sam, you know what, Sam, I'll say it to your face. You're just a weaselly guy that you lucked out. I give you all the credit in the world. I'd be a douchebag if I didn't. You do WWE stuff. That's a dream of mine. So good for you. Congratulations. You've got that well over me. But as far as radio stuff, you just lucked out, brother, man. That's all. And that's how I feel.
Brother, man, that's Opie's line.
That's enough of that. Where's the farthest you've ever traveled, Bob, to go see a show?
That is one of the most Scorch things possible. To fucking unload years of trauma, years of resentment that you've had for the people that you thought you were closest to in your career. Guys that you for years thought respected you, and then realizing that they were always mocking you behind your back. That's a tough pill to swallow. That is a tough pill. That sucks. That really does suck. Meanwhile, Scorch can just fucking rip right through it in 2 minutes and move on to fucking the most insignificant question ever. Hey, what's the longest amount of travel time you had to go see a concert? Hey, no, we're not going to... I want no further questions about my relationship with Sam Roberts or Opie or Anthony. Nope, I will be taking no more questions. Fuck. That's the thing, is that, like... I know I harp on it, but, like, the real Scorch... If we got the fucking real man to do just a 25-minute show every week, it might be some of the best stuff ever. Like, I'm not going to, no guarantees in life. But if Scorch just did a show where the man behind the toothpick, we might get something of value. But this, he's stuck in 1987. Move on. He doesn't realize fucking Joe Rogan had like the #1 podcast in the world for 10 years. And all he did was sit in a room for 4 hours talking to one person. People want long form communication. They want to fucking get to know you. This isn't getting to know somebody, Scorch. This is just you fucking unloading and then moving on as fast as you can. Come on. You might have more than fucking 15 views in 9 hours. If you weren't just fucking... If you weren't just doing it like you were on the radio still. I felt like I had a better line there, and I lost it. All right, let's see where we are. I don't know. We'll probably keep going for a while, but at some point we will just dip. But this might be a good enough time to just take a break. Come back in a little bit. Hope that there might be some more likes. I don't know. We'll see.
Congratulations. You've got that well over me. But as far as radio stuff, you just lucked out, brother, man. That's all. And that's how I feel. So there you go. That's enough of that. Where's the farthest you've ever traveled, Bob, to go see a show?
I mean, I've gone all the way for the Foundations Forum event that like a radio. I said it before. It's a radio retail. Well, it used to be. It hasn't been around in years. But
And where is
I
it?
went to Burbank, California twice.
Nice.
Twice with our friend Elisa.
I don't know what Scorch did, but now there's echo. Now there's echo. I can hear the fucking conversation. I can hear with like a second delay Bob in Scorch's speakers.
From Syracuse.
To do the morning show with you, yes.
Yes,
We went
Elisa.
to that, and I've gone to Milwaukee Metal Fest too.
Have you been to Milwaukee Metal Fest?
Yep,
Nice.
1999.
Yeah, he just
When
said
I
he
went
was
to
there.
Syracuse, we used to go with the Molson people to Toronto quite often.
Ha! Are you
And
going to
one-
tell that story, or are you going to keep it?
Okay. Nope. I'm glad you laughed and you remembered that story because I was wondering. One of the things I went to, which was great, was the Eden Music Fest. Okay, that's the story for the Eden Music Fest. One of the shows I went to was Gorillas. Do you remember me and Bridget went to Gorillas?
Okay. All right. We're gonna skip a few seconds here. We might start getting faster into the episode. You know, what are we gonna do? Sit here all day? How's the radio going? Is he still live?
This week at Safeway.
Oh, they're still doing commercials, I guess.
This week at Safeway, boneless, skinless chicken breasts or thighs are $1.99 per pound. Limit 5 pounds. Plus, yellow peaches or nectarines are $1.99 per pound. Hurry in. These deals won't last. Visit Safeway.com for more deals and ways to save.
Cool.
Hey guys, Lady Luck here. Are you going on any road trips this summer?
All right, so this is why the radio is dead. This is why this guy only works 2 shifts a week. And he just kind of maintains the music. It's just all commercials. You know how we all want to listen to music and then 8 minutes of commercials? Whew, what a good time. All right. Like I said, we now need 16 likes. I don't think we're going to get that. We might have had a chance at 13, but 16 is, I mean, that's essentially like half of the audience hitting the like button. That seems pretty tough. That seems pretty fucking tough. But like I said, what we'll do is I'm going to take a quick break, probably about 5-7 minutes. And maybe you go recruit somebody to come watch if they're watching another stream. I don't know. Or, you know, maybe you just go off and don't come back and you have a great rest of your evening. But like I said, I'm going to take a quick break. And then we'll come back and we'll keep going in this shit show.
Got a zigzagged ship that'll make you sing. Ruffle zigzagged ridges got zigzag zing. Zigzag zing. Ruffle zigzagged ridges got a zing of their own. Put that zigzag zing in your zigzag zone. Zigzag zing. Zigzag zing. Ruffle zigzagged ridges gonna make you swing. 'Cause Ruffle's mashed potato chips got zigzag zing.
Mazda announces some great news for truck buyers. Right now, you can beat the already outstanding value of the $67.95 Mazda SE5. Introducing Mazda SE5 Plus 5. $625 worth of extra features at no extra charge from Mazda. you get a bed liner, mud guards, sliding rear window, floor mats, and AM/FM stereo. That's a $625 value at no extra charge. But hurry, offer ends soon.
Here comes the one, the delicious one. Heinz is the big rich one. There's only one ketchup with this flavor pouring on. So thick, so rich, so second to none.
Only one ketchup stands for this kind of thickness with this kind of taste. Heinz.
Heinz is the big rich one.
Ketchup lovers, now try Heinz in the 64-ounce plastic bottle.
Okay, Jonathan, we're sending you back in time. Before television, radio, even before soft drinks.
Careful. Anything you do could change history.
Mum's the word.
Activate time travel mode to the year 1885.
He's there.
Hey, where's my Pepsi?
It's... Oh, no. He took it.
Relax, Smith. What could 12 ounces of Pepsi possibly change?
Yeah, what could happen?
Pepsi, the choice of a new generation.
Now there's a car that just asks to be driven. Mercury is bringing a sophisticated new shape to the American road. Introducing Sable. Mercury, the shape you want to be in.
Victoria.
But they finally found a substitute for the sweet roll.
Hey,
Nutri-Grain's new almond raisin.
What is it, nuts and twigs?
Try almond raisins and these great new flakes made with brown rice.
But there's no sugar added. Irv, you're going to love the taste, even though it's healthy. Hey, don't you have a story to write? How's this? Man eats healthy food and lives.
The amazing taste of Nutri-Grain's new almond raisin. It's news.
It's fun getting to the bottom of one. It's fun getting to the bottom of one. White Mountain Cooler. Keeping it light. Cooler. Crisp and refreshing. It's got the taste that's always right. It's fun getting to the bottom of one.
Original and new orange.
It's time. Time for a credit card that gives you a better deal.
The Discover card.
With the new Discover card, you don't have to pay an annual fee. In fact, we pay you with money back on everything you buy. Money you can apply against your balance. From a member of Sears Financial Network. Look for more information in the mail or in national magazines.
Clint Eastwood and his son Kyle.
Oh.
They're stepping out.
You'd like to go down to Nashville with your old Uncle Red?
Living life on the edge. Passing down a legacy.
You gonna stay at the Grand Ole Opry?
And fighting for a dream.
I don't think you have any shells in that shotgun.
Not a bet. It's an unforgettable network television premiere.
That's the life of a country singer.
Honky Tonk Man. 1 week from tonight.
Why change a good thing? That's what I asked when Oldsmobile redesigned the Delta 88. Oh, then I drove it. Wait till you see how it handles. It's front-wheel drive, too. But inside, plenty of room to stretch. Our Delta 88 is the family car. They didn't forget the family. Some things never change.
Borrow the car, Dad?
Some things never change.
6.9 financing on new Delta 88s. Finance rates will be higher as length of contract increases.
Irons are now Black & Decker. Travel line that goes in style. Keeps you fresh press every mile. Black & Decker. Self-clean iron, you can't go wrong. Nothing else will work as long. Irons are now Black & Decker. And here's a line, if you leave it on, it goes beep, beep. And if you don't return, nothing's gonna burn, cause it turns itself off. GE Irons are now Black & Decker. Black & Decker.
SOS introduces a glass cleaner that really works. Glassworks. Glassworks made with vinegar instead of ammonia, cleans better than Windex. New Glassworks with vinegar cuts through the toughest greasy smudges faster and easier, so there's less work for you. And everything you clean is shiny and streak-free. New Glassworks, made with vinegar, cleans with less work. Maybe it works too well.
You're a part of me. You'll be a catch-out. Touch the heart of me. You'll be a catch-out. Every single day in every way, I feel how much you are a part of me.
Your cat's a big part of your life, so make Purina Cat Chow brand cat food part of his life. It's all the nutrition cats need to help them live healthier, happier lives. What's more, veterinarians recommend it most. Purina Cat Chow, part of a healthier, happier life.
Superman 3. Tonight's ABC Sunday night movie will continue in a moment.
2 years ago, ABC brought you one of television's most highly acclaimed dramas.
Daddy, he makes me have sex with them.
On Monday, the Emmy-winning Something About Amelia, parental discretion advised. And now, from the same producers, an extraordinary new movie for the whole family.
Why does God hate me?
If ever there was a hero, it was Alex. The more her prospects dimmed, the finer and stronger she became. Alex, the life of a child. Wednesday.
TV5 Eyewitness News Brief is sponsored by Radio 11, WWWE.
I'm Roger Moore. Severe weather has hit parts of Ohio tonight. Tornado warnings have just been lifted in the Crawford and Richland County areas. We do have reports of some damage around Marysville in central Ohio. American journalists got their first close-up look at some of the damage done to Libyan military bases during last week's raid by U.S. bombers. The targets were heavily damaged, but cameras were not allowed inside the area thought to be the hardest hit. Now this.
Ever get the feeling some radio stations have a bunch of clowns reporting the morning news? Switch to Radio 11. We're all news, all morning.
In the Force Beat Baltimore, details at 11.
Excuse me, did you know that Wendy's now has breakfast sandwiches for under $1?
Fuck you, Wendy's.
It's breakfast under $1.
All right, I'm back.
3 start-the-day sandwiches at a special low price. Fresh egg and cheese now
$1,
only 69 cents.
under $1 for the breakfast sandwich.
Or bacon, egg, and cheese now only 99 cents. Even sausage, egg, and cheese still under $1. So hurry to Wendy's.
Fuck, that's awesome.
And get breakfast for under $1.
Wheel of Fortune, weeknights at 7.
And now we continue with Superman 3.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
We'll finish up this commercial and then we'll go.
That just can't be duplicated.
Michael, you just don't look yourself today.
Diet Pepsi. Taste that's generations.
Fuck yeah, dude. It's fucking hilarious. I know you can't see it. We back. They're having a Diet Pepsi. Hold on. Can you hear this? Can you hear this? Oh, fuck yeah. How did they know I was cracking open a cool 3 a.m. Diet Pepsi? What the fuck? Delightful as always. Literally the best drink of all time. God damn, what a fucking refreshing beverage. All right. Where were we with Scorch? That's right. He unloaded a bunch of trauma. He unloaded a bunch of trauma about Sam Roberts and Opie and Anthony. And then as soon as he broached the subject, he's moved on to ask Bob, the swinger, the confirmed swinger, deep in the lifestyle. He asked Bob, what's the furthest concert he's ever went to, which, of course, Bob, our friend, the dork,
Oh, I actually went to a radio convention in Burbank, California. That was the longest trip it's ever been to go see a concert.
You didn't go to the Burbank thing because it was a concert. You went because it was a work trip. You went because it was a cool perk of working in radio. That they went to LA once a year. And this was the year that they decided to send you along. And you were so excited because they gave you a $200 stipend to spend as you saw fit. And you probably spent it all on pizza slices and Madame Tussauds trips. And didn't even experience the best of LA. Better yet, he never left Burbank.
We got there, okay. The first night or the second night we were there, all of a sudden we're in this hotel and we hear fire alarms and police alarms and this and that and this and firemen outside and police and everything else. And we didn't know what the fuck was going on. They didn't tell us to leave the room, so we stayed where we were. The next day, we're going home. We go into the limo. I see one of our winners, because we brought two winners, we'll say one of them's name was Malison, because that's what she called herself. And I don't even remember what she called her, what her friend, something, but it was Malison and somebody. And we started talking about, wow, did you guys hear what happened last night? And we started telling the story. We were all talking, and we were probably 10, 15 minutes into the story. And it came out that, like, I looked at Malison's wrists. Handcuffs make a certain impression in your wrists. They just started cracking up. And I'm looking at her. I was like, it was you girls. So what happened was they were at the bar. They invited some guys. Oh, no, some guys, I guess, followed them up to their room.
Wait, what? Scorch has a way with words. So they invited some guys up to their room, or they were followed and harassed. Yeah, what?
And they didn't want the guys in there, so
Okay, all right. I should have shut my mouth.
they threw the guys out. The guys took the what do you call those things? Fire extinguishers. Went all over the hallways of the hotel. Well, the police followed the footsteps in the foam to Malison's room. Click, click. There
That's
you
some
go.
detective work right there. Follow those footsteps.
But it's really some good shows.
None of that story adds up. I'm gonna press X to doubt on that one. None of that makes any sense, Scorch. Sounds like the girls got drunk, lit off some fire extinguishers, and then blamed it on some gentlemen, even though there was no footsteps leading away. Well, you know what? Never mind. I'm an idiot. Why do I even care?
Jeremy went almost like you from Syracuse to California. He went 1,574 miles from Palm Bay, Florida to Cadott, Wisconsin to Rockfest. And you know, if the Rockfest family, here's the thing about Rockfest.
Oh shit. All right, let's see where this goes. Because remember, Rockfest is the place that Scorch all those music festival or music videos that we've been seeing him recording. That's where he got those from. Remember, he was up on stage with Green Jelly. Singing, what was it? Ice Cream Man. That was one of his life highlights. Fuck, the video tab ain't on, pal. Thank you. I'm an idiot. You're right. I changed where the video monitor is, and it's now I swapped it with the YouTube one. All right, I got to get used to that because it's showing the fucking video up on there, but no, I'm an idiot. You're right. Thank you, MGD. Now I lost my spot. I'm dumb. Thank you, producer MGD. Maybe if we go back 5 seconds, I'll pick it back up.
And if
okay, so he's talking about the Rock Fest. That's where, like I said, he was up on stage singing "Ice Cream Man" with Green Jelly. Life highlight. So he loved them a couple years ago. He invited Joel on as a guest like 3 or 4 times. Like you said, went to like 3 or 4 music festivals, hanging out, eating brownies, hanging out with Holly in a trailer, hanging out with Megan in a trailer. Now it's been a couple years. He doesn't have the same relationship with those people anymore. And he goes, here's the deal about Rockfest. I bet there's going to be a nice but. I wonder how the relationship disintegrated and what shade will he throw on them now?
To Cadott, Wisconsin, to Rockfest. And if the Rockfest family, here's the thing about Rockfest, and I give it up for them.
Oh, okay.
They could have nobody show up as far as the bands, and everybody there is gonna have fun.
Okay. Wow. All right. Scorch not fucking Scorch for the first time ever taking the high road. Not fucking just tossing the relationship into the trash. We give them we mock him. We take shots at him, but we got to give him props when Scorch does the right thing. That was the right thing to do, Scorch. Proud of you.
Because the people there that go, minus the new people every year, the people that go really, and I've noticed it when I was working it, they've become a family. And I respect that a lot. So even if they could have the worst bands in the world, but the people that go will reunite every year and they'll make it fun. So I'm going to say good on Rockfest for that one. Let me see. Where else do we go? That's not a big one. Patty went from Eau Claire to Racine, which is probably a few hours, to see Metal Church and Doro. So,
oh, man, 2 of my favorites.
Really? No doubt. Yeah.
You could have driven to Syracuse and picked me up. And
Chris went 1,816 miles from Kaukauna, Wisconsin to Las Vegas for the Scorpions. Loved the Scorpions live.
Scorps are so good live. Worldwide Live is my favorite live album ever. So
one of my memories of radio was...
Oh, we got a no memory from radio. I bet this will be a good one.
With a old friend of mine. He used to do 6 to 10 at night at Rock 101 in Manchester.
Who cares?
His name is Mike Jones. Mike had the hardiest
Jones.
just the hardiest laugh. BS Records, and he ended up signing Living Color, the band Living Color. But where was I going with this? With Mike, I forgot where I was going with this.
God damn it, Scorch pulled to me. He forgot where he was going. And I'm gonna pull a Scorch. I don't remember what he was gonna go for. It's all in one ear out and out the other at this point for me.
Bob, somewhere with Scorpions, yes. So Mike,
I could have been asked that 100 more times. What were they going to talk about? What was Scorch trying to remember? What was just mentioned 10 seconds ago that I skipped from? You could ask me 100 times. Not once would I have come up with Scorpions.
Invited me to the Monsters of Rock in 1986 in Foxborough, where the Patriots play. Okay.
I went to that in Buffalo. Yep.
By the way, kids, this is a lesson. Stay off the weed.
Oh, but
For
you
real.
can't remember it. Lost your train of thought for a second.
For a second there, maybe 3 seconds. You know, I didn't even know if this thing's working yet. We didn't test it at the beginning to see if the mics are working. So we're hoping they are.
Shockingly, for a Scorch episode, the mics are working. The audio is it's not awful. One of the first times ever.
So Mike brought me to the Monsters of Rock, and the Scorpions were playing, and they had their fans, like they brought a bunch of people with them. They had them in a cage, like a stripper's cage, above the stage, watching them below. And I just remember that Klaus had this girl with him that had leather boots on up to like her stomach. These boots were they were good looking leather boots. And the other memory I have, which is the best memory of all, do you remember when bike shorts then are yoga pants now? Do you remember that? Remember when bike shorts were big? So I'm standing with Mike, and all of a sudden, who's standing next to me wearing the tightest bike shorts in the world?
Frank Stallone?
I think it's the first girl I remember seeing a camel toe from. Not there, though, when she played Barbara Cooper on One Day at a Time.
Oh.
Valerie Bertinelli.
Oh, okay. Valerie Bertinelli, Eddie Van Halen. What's he talking about? What is he talking about? Why are we talking about Wolfgang's mom's coochie? All right, we like Wolfgang. This show is pro Wolfgang Van Halen. What a talent. Just like his dad. Shout out Wolfie. Doesn't get enough respect. Scorch, we're moving on. That was insane.
Eddie.
Let me see.
Are you a Van Hagar or a Van or a
That
Roth?
that was Van.
It was
I wanna
Hagar.
say Hagar.
It was Van Hagar.
Yeah, I want to say.
But
Van
are
Hagar.
you a Roth or a Hagar guy?
I am a Roth guy, but
All right, I think I'm with Scorch on this one. Van Halen much better with Van Halen sounded better with Sammy, but the band was better with David.
yeah. I don't really think I like Van Hagar that much, you know.
You don't. They weren't that great. The best songs
What
were
about you? I'll leave it at that,
with
'cause I
Roth.
don't know if I'm going to say the right thing.
I think I'm on the same wavelength as you, where Roth was the face of that band. And
Roth was
one of the
Van
best front
Halen.
bands ever in the
Okay.
history. But I like Hagar, and he's got some songs with Van Halen that I like. His solo stuff when he was the Red Rocker and all that, and still to this day, Hagar is going at it. So, so is Roth. Roth, of course, brings a choir of about 6 guys singing most of the words to the songs.
You know what? Sammy Hagar's song doesn't get enough love that I really dig. One,
Which one?
2, 3 Lockbox.
3 Lockbox. That was the first video I ever saw on MTV.
Really?
Of him. Yeah.
Oh, what a great song.
I was singing
Mitch-
that the other day, actually. It came into my head out of nowhere.
1, 2, go here.
The opening band tagged all of their
First, as he was getting it with me, somebody stole all their equipment.
Oh, I see. I didn't hear that the equipment got stolen. I heard that the opening band tagged.
Yeah, I heard that.
You know,
it was they got a lot of shit stolen. So
oh my
the
gosh, I
interesting
didn't even
stuff,
know
yeah.
that.
Interesting
That night
story.
in
though.
Syracuse. It was the Lost Horizon, right? It
Yeah,
was
the
show at
Lost Horizon. Great place
out
for
of
a
all
show.
places.
You
Yeah,
know,
I saw before that album even took off. I was working as one of the co-managers at the Soundgarden, right up the street.
that's for those that don't know, Soundgarden was a premier record store in Syracuse.
It's
Great
based out
record
of
store.
You know, I think I'm starting to realize that like an hour and a half is about my Scorch limit before I start really before I start losing interest, before I start zoning out. But every few minutes, he does something that brings me right back in. Listen to this shit.
Co-managers at the Soundgarden, right up the street.
That's for those that don't know, Soundgarden was a premier record store in Syracuse.
For those of you that don't know about this niche record store that only existed in the town of Syracuse, look this up. Hold on. Syracuse population. There's a population of 145,000 people in Syracuse. Once again, 15 people have watched this stream in 9 hours. And like I said, we keep it a buck here. There's been 42 views of this stream so far. 42. So that means that there's been what's that together? 57? There's been 57 total views if you combine them together. Old Scorchy. I would opine that even if there was a sample of, let's get fucking nuts, let's say 50,000 people stumbled upon this shit. Of the worldwide internet, how many of that 50,000 are from Syracuse? Realistically, maybe 5 people. If it's even higher than normal because you got B.O.B. on the show and you worked there once, let's say 10 people out of that 50,000. Assume, Scorch, that you do need to explain all of your local references. Because not a goddamn one of us is from fucking Syracuse, my man. You're going to need to explain what the Soundgarden is to all of us, because we're just going to assume that he was talking about Chris Cornell. I tell you, it's everybody can adjust and figure out that they're not talking to their neighbors on the internet when they go stream. There's a 99.99% chance that nobody that lives within 10 miles of me is ever going to listen to my stupid streams. Scorch thinks his entire audience is fucking fully aware of his life in every detail and knows all about Syracuse. It's fucking cuckoo. I love it. It's fucking... He rules. Like, every time that I'm fucking falling out of interest, he pulls me back in with something nuts. You know, just by the offhand chance that we wouldn't know what about that record shop, he felt like he probably should just cover his tracks, let us all know. Unbelievable.
It's based out of Baltimore. That's where the main one is, at the Inner Harbor in Baltimore.
Oh, it's a chain. Jesus.
Fells
Okay,
Point.
I'm an idiot.
But there was one in Rochester that's closed. There's one in Syracuse still. But Kid Rock did an in-store there, like right when Devil Without a Cause came out, and a few people showed up, but he had not taken off at all. And he just like walks in, "Hey, my name's Bob. How are you?" I'm like, "My name's Bob too."
What was your... And you said you were running the board for it, but did you, for Woodstock, did you show up at all? Did you go to any of the show live?
Wow, no follow-up for the Kid Rock. He just wants to talk about his own experience at Woodstock 99 again, doesn't he? He was not listening to Bob there. Because he could have probably asked more about, oh, well, you met Kid Rock. Can you tell us, if it wasn't that busy of a signing, was there any more deeper conversation? Did you learn anything? Nope. Moved right back on to whatever Scorch wants to talk about. Classic fucking Scorch.
No, I didn't go at all. I bought a ticket. I wanted to go and I bought a ticket, but the week before, I got a weird feeling. I said something weird is going to happen at this show, and I don't want to go. So I sold my ticket.
God damn it. This guy's a fucking... This guy is a fucking clown. Woodstock 99. Let's fucking... Someone died, right? I think there was, okay, 3 people died at Woodstock 99, including 24-year-old David DeRoja, who collapsed in a mosh pit due to hyperthermia. So it wasn't like a violent act. It was just, whatever, user error. 28-year-old Tara Weaver, who was hit by a car while leaving the concert. Once again, that's a tragedy, but, people get hit by cars all the time. And then the third victim was a 44-year-old man who suffered a heart attack in the campgrounds. Hi, Mersh. So, and how many people went to Woodstock 99? Let's see what the attendance was. Approximately 220 to 400,000 people attended Woodstock 99. 3 people died in a group of over 200,000 over the course of 4 days. Let's go back and hear this. Let's hear what this dork just fucking said. This fucking 2 for 2 Danhausen wearing shirt ass bitch. What was that, sir?
Did you go to any of the show live?
No, I didn't go at all. I bought a ticket. I wanted to go and I bought a ticket, but the week before, I got a weird feeling. I said something weird is going to happen at this show, and I don't want to go. So I sold my ticket. Boy, I was a little bit correct on that one. I can't win the lottery, but I can foresee something bad happen. But it didn't happen near you guys, right? You didn't see
the fires happened. Everything happened near us, but it was not as bad as the documentary made it out to be.
Thank you, Scorch. They always lie in these dramas. You fucking see one little fire out of 200,000 people. Yeah, was it a bit rowdy? Of course, it was a music festival at Woodstock. This guy's acting like fucking... It was the... what was that? I just actually watched a documentary about it. I can never remember what it was called. The Hillsborough disaster. Where a bunch of Liverpool fans at a soccer championship game or semifinal or something... They got crushed because there was a standing room only pen, and too many people rushed in, and the police didn't do really a good job of crowd maintenance. So a bunch of people got suffocated and trampled, and it was all sorts of bad. Nothing like that happened. This guy's fucking going, I'm glad I sold my ticket because the kids had a little bit of fun at Woodstock. Like we've been talking about, like MGD and metal all night. This guy's fucking soft. Fucking soft. He sold his ticket because he got a scary feeling.
I had truly one of my 4 or 5 best times of my life.
And Scorch didn't care once again. He asked the guy about his experience with Woodstock only because he wanted to talk about his own experience at Woodstock.
You know what else I had one of the best times of my life doing, Bob? And we're going to talk about this now. Let's get off wrestling for a second. Hey, Bob, check this out.
Did he say let's get off wrestling now? Scorch, you hadn't mentioned wrestling at all up until now. And once again, another selfish vehicle to go into Scorch's favorite topic, which of course is Scorch.
And his opponent weighs in at 290 pounds. He hails from Lincoln, Nebraska. This is Big Rig Brody Lee.
All right. Okay, what the fuck is happening here? What the fuck? Why is Brody Lee getting mentioned? Shout out, R.I.P. Just killed the club.
Wait for the fans to explode when Big Rig comes out. They love him here at 2CW.
Wow. So now
What was the point of bringing this up? The Scorch. Okay, all of a sudden I missed that. I wasn't thinking. Is he going to talk about how he died or what? What was the point of this?
Wow. So now he's John Huber. He ended up being who? And he ended up. What was his character in the WWE? Was it?
He was with Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
He was with Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
So,
and his son became part of AEW. And he became part of AEW. But he really got his big oomph with you guys in 2CW.
yeah, he was him and Colin Delaney, who was in the ring. Both had WWE stints. Remember, Tommy Dreamer brought in Colin Delaney for a little while, and they did that whole thing.
Oh my God, it's gonna be fucking wrestling talk. All right, let's fucking move it along here.
Exploded.
Yeah.
At wrestling, is that not one of the best things that you ever got into in your life? Aren't you so glad that you've had the chance to get into pro wrestling?
Oh, fuck. God damn it. These are fucking grown ass men. Aren't you just so glad the things that professional wrestling have given you? Don't you just want to hold on to Mick Foley? Give him hugs. Thank him for all the gifts he's given you. Holy shit.
Yeah. At wrestling, is that not one of the best things that you ever got into in your life? Aren't you so glad that you've had the chance to get into pro wrestling?
My dream, and it's in my high school yearbook, was that next up wrestling school, because I planned on trying to be a wrestler. And I can openly admit I got to the point where it was time to take a bump, and I could not get myself to fall on my back like that in a ring.
Wow. I assumed you were such an Adonis that it would be a natural fucking transition from fucking full-blown dork to WW. I'm going to assume F at the time still. Stardom.
I just couldn't do it. I don't know what it was.
The real first storyline I remember in wrestling.
Thank God we got
All
to
of a
wrestling
sudden,
talk so
Captain
we
Lou
could.
Albano jumped under the rope.
God bless us with this fucking. Oh shit! Okay, hold on.
Wrestling,
That's something there. That's something there. I'm gonna say God fucking blessed us with this wrestling talk that we could be able to skip through. I mean, come on. I like wrestling, and I'm not going to do that to you. Most importantly, I'm not going to do that to myself.
For instance, this happened. I'll tell you the story afterwards, but listen to this right here.
With terrorizing his manager Vito Carlucci, wrestling for the IWF Heavyweight Championship tonight.
I know we've gone over this before, but it's awesome. Was watching UFC tonight, and this man in the middle, Triple H, they cut to him in between the fights. And we looked it up the last time we watched this video. So I can recall and remember that his net worth is $250 million. So is his wife's. At UFC on at the White House, worth $250 million. A head creative executive for the largest company of its kind in the world, and a well-respected businessman, and a guy who could play a political game and gain control in a company through really savvy moves. A real, the word genius does get thrown around too much, but for what he turned a wrestling career into, Triple H is a genius. And then meanwhile, there's Scorch. And Scorch has about probably, I don't know, $47 in his checking account. Scorch is typing up his email to his mother to let him know that the Jeep is quickly approaching needing a new oil change, and if he could get his allowance a little early. What a fucking what a change of paths these two men went on after their chance encounter in the world of professional wrestling.
Let me tell you something, Middleborough. Let me tell you something. Everyone that's watching, I've been with the rest, and I've gone out and found the best. Terrorizing right here. Look at this man. Take off this robe so I can show these people something right here. 6 feet 5 inches, 277 pounds. There's not an ounce of body fat on the man. Let me tell you something. This man, I've searched long and I've searched hard. I've been going for a championship for a long time. I've been waiting for the right person to take to the top of the IWF ladder. And guess what? Mad Dog Richard, meet Terrorizing. Tell him, baby.
Mad Dog, it's about time you finally signed your...
I do love this guy. He's my favorite part of this entire video. Gave up the microphone, the one thing you don't do as an interviewer. And now he's just sitting there with his hand on his hips, being a fucking just, I don't know, a passenger in his own interview. It's just so bad. God, this is the best part of wrestling, by the way. Like, I'm not going to go into it as a diatribe, but like the best part of being a wrestling fan is like all the insane behind the scenes bullshit that they did. Who could fucking care less what the match or the moves are? I want to hear the story of them doing pills in between Albuquerque and fucking Austin, Texas, and getting into trouble with the law and fucking One of my favorite stories that I've ever heard is that, like, they would go to, like, a new town. Like, let's say, like, okay, my name's, like, Heat Magnet Jim Jeffries. Okay, that's a bad name because there's a famous guy with it. But whatever. Doesn't matter. But I'm Jim Jeffries, and I'm the best wrestler in the world. And then they would move to, like, El Paso from Memphis. And then they're still fucking Jim Jeffries. And that's all this new town knows them as. So then they get a car loan from the fucking dealership under their wrestling name. Meanwhile, his name's Marty Blackman and he's from fucking Sacramento. But they say he's Jim Jeffries from Memphis. The fucking... It's the 1970s. These fucking car dealerships, they're idiots. So they get a loan for the car. Meanwhile, they're moving on to fucking the New Hampshire territory next week, and they got no intention of ever paying back the loan. And good luck getting the car back and putting a nationwide APB out for a fucking, a Chevy Bel Air. I don't know. Is that a name of a car? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Let's move on.
Rising, tell him, baby.
Mad Dog, it's about time you finally signed your name on the dotted line to me terrorizing. This man got it done. And tonight, in front of Middleborough and the entire world, you go down, baby. Terrorizing, taking it home.
Let me tell you something, Mad Dog Richard, you listen to Vito Carlucci and you listen good, buddy. By the time myself and Terrorizing get through with you, you're gonna be just like Dracula's elevator, baby. Think about it. You're going down for the count. So
fantastic.
We walked out of that locker room. This is what wrestling was about. We walked out of that locker. Of course, being the bad guy manager, I'm going to say, my guy's going to win the belt. We walked out, and we were probably 25, 30 steps away from the ring when Kowalski come out with his Kowalski accent and said, "You're going to win the strap tonight." And me and him looked at each other. We were like, what the fuck? What? Yeah, so that was his first title belt. And obviously that was my first guy that I managed to the title. But
Scorch, it's fake. It's wrestling. You didn't lead a guy to the championship. He was a 6'5" animal. Of course Kowalski was going to put the belt on him. You fool. Everyone else was literally a plumber and an electrician Monday through Friday. Of course he was going to put the belt on Triple H. God damn it. Fucking marks.
Triple H, China, Perry Saturn, my wrestling background, all these guys.
I love the Eliminators. Saturn.
The Eliminators were great. Cronus.
Oh my God, it's
Prince
too
Albert, A-Train.
Too much wrestling.
Is now part of the NXT.
Too much wrestling.
That said, I was walking off. I figured, who would have thought your knee was crushed? Okay. So I figured Charlie Horse. And hang on one second. I'm going to write down what I was talking about so I don't forget.
Yeah, there you go.
Right? So I had this girlfriend at the time that said, if your knee hurts so fucking bad, go to the hospital. So I was able to walk myself into my car at the time. I was wearing parachute pants.
Jesus Christ. He's fucking old man. He's old man Simpsoning. Oh, fucking onion. Now, see, this is fucking. You try to look something else and it's fucking. Jesus Christ.
We can't bust heads like we used to, but we. But the ferry over to Shelbyville? I needed a new heel for my shoe. So I decided to go to Morganville, which is what they call Shelbyville in those days. So I tied an onion to my belt, which was the style at the time. No.
Fucking Scorch, fucking talking about a knee injury. Meanwhile, he's got to fucking mention the parachute pants. What does that have to do with anything, Scorch? I understand that you continuously move the show along when we have things that you want to, the things we want you to talk about, you fucking make as abrupt as possible. But then the unimportant bullshit that none of us would ever even remotely think about, you go into way too much detail about. Come on, Scorch, get it together. I need to get it together too.
Fucking bad, go to the hospital.
I'm falling apart.
So I was able to walk myself into my car at the time. I was wearing parachute pants. Laughter, insert here. I'll give you a few seconds to make fun of me. Go.
I fucking hate his co-host.
Parachute pants.
I fucking hate his co-host.
My knee was starting to expand and swell up. And then all of a sudden, my parachute pants tore at the seam and swell up. I still thought it was just sore, and it was a Charlie horse. I get to the hospital. I put my good leg, which you open up your car door, if you go on your left leg, you know, everything was fine. I swung around to put, look, I'm getting goosebumps. I wish you could see this. I swung around to put my right leg on the ground and I fell down. They ran out with a wheelchair. I had no idea what they were talking about. They said, before we do anything, we're going to have to irrigate your leg. I think it was irrigate or, yeah, it must have been irrigate. Yeah. We're going to drain your knee. Okay. When I tell you on my mom's life, they took probably 6 tubes this size, not this fat, but this size.
All right, you know what? That actually kind of sounds maybe good. It's been fucking years since I had a Propel water. I used to love the black cherry variety. I feel like I haven't seen a black cherry Propel in a decade, at least. Maybe they have it on Amazon. I'll look. Because I would fucking love a Propel right now. I still got my Diet Pepsi, but, you know, a man can dream about another beverage, right? Right? Ooh, Propel.
Filled with blood out of my knee. Then
Gross.
They put me into the machine to do the x-rays. And I hear the doctor say, 1, 2, 3, 4. He pulls me and says, your knee's in 6 pieces. And the way they said it, the way it was fucked up was they said people that break their kneecap usually break it on one side first. Mine got broken on the other side first, and they said that's why it shattered into pieces. But yeah, that was something. So I had a wrestling match, and I forgot who was. Yeah. I was managing somebody.
You're managing Honky Tonk Man.
It might have.
Jesus Christ! Holy shit! He remembers who Scorch was managing during his knee injury. That's fucking. This guy fucking. He knows all the rules about orgies. And he knows every detail of Scorch's history and life and career. What the fuck? He knew it was the honky. He knew it was the Honky Tonk Man. Like Scorch asked him what the capital of California was. Oh, you know, it's Sacramento. It's Sacramento, Scorch.
Have been because I was with Honky Tonk Man a lot. Superstar Richard Byrne. I'm in the ring, and he knows my leg is broken. My cast is legit. He takes my wooden crutch, slam, slam. This crutch goes into millions of pieces. As he's pinning somebody and looking at me, I'm like, Richard, I have no more crutches. You got to get me some crutches. So they ended up going to CVS and get me some crutches. Then there was another time that Bob, was the no ring time the day that you took the cookie sheet to the head?
Yeah, that was the second night when there was actually a ring there.
Okay.
The first one was at your high school.
My Hull High School, Hull, Massachusetts. Yeah. And
holy shit, this just turned into wrestling talk. Oh my God. I'm sorry. We're struggling through this.
I mean, Honky Tonk Man was like in the law.
Son of a fucking bitch. This is just all wrestling talk, isn't it? Oh my God, it's more wrestling clips. Let's see if the fucking Scorch, if he's in it, because that'll be funny. That'll be worth it. But other than that, we gotta get out of here. If this is just gonna be fucking reminiscent about wrestling talk, I can't do it. I can't do it if they're gonna be like this.
Obviously, you fix it.
You know, it's different when it's actually a guy who did it for a living and not these fucking hobbyists, these fucking tourists. Scorch and this B.O.B. guy, this Bob, they're wrestling tourists. They're fucking marks.
You know, you fix it. You fix it.
Yeah.
By the time the match happened, though, it didn't quite work out that way. Check this out.
All right, I'm just gonna throw this out there. Scorch is a fucking idiot. I can already tell you. It makes no sense. I guess maybe it does. I guess never mind. I'm an idiot. I was gonna say he throws in that chair so early. Oh, Scorch got hit with the chair instead.
I did what I was supposed to do. I knew I was going to take a guitar over the head. I fell backwards out of the ring like I was supposed to do, off the ring, whatever. And I was like, wow, that fucking hurt. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm sweating like a pig. What the fuck? I hear some little kid saying, he's going to bleed to death. And I moved my hand, and my head was just squirting. I can't bend my head down enough, but I have 3 scars, good sized scars on the top of my head now from that guitar shot. So for those, in closing with this, those that want to say wrestling is fake, it is not fake. Try doing it not knowing what you're doing, right? It's not fake. Is it staged? 100%. Did the internet kill wrestling? 1,000,000%. You know, it's unfortunate, but the internet killed wrestling.
All right, we got to move it along.
It was, but they did a reunion show. They are just coming back. They did a reunion show last year. We've been gone.
Oh, Scorch is doing transitions now. He's working on it.
It was, but they did a reunion show last year. It went over.
He's working on the craft. Let's get near the end.
I'm still going to talk about wrestling.
Yeah.
Who's one of the, if not the hottest female wrestler you've ever seen? Because I want to give you mine and see what you think.
Oh, of course, Scorch wanted to tell him what his favorite hottest wrestling girl was. These fucking dorks. 63-year-old man. 63-year-old man right here.
Who's the hottest wrestling girl you've ever seen?
You know it's going to be some fucking... It's either going to be a weirdly... weird, like a new chick, where you're like, you know she's like 24, right, Scorch? It's a little weird to be leering on her at your age, at least publicly. You know, from the privacy of your own home, nobody's going to care if you're fucking yanking your pizzle to fucking Roxanne Perez, but maybe don't tell us all. Or it's either going to be that, or it's going to be some fucking old broad, and we're doing continuous and unending member berries.
I love Asuka.
Yeah. Oh,
of course. I don't know if Metal's here still. He probably passed out or whatever. I saw one of the first messages tonight that he's finally feeling better, and I appreciate that. Hit the like button. But he was feeling sick for a while, and we felt bad for him. But now he's feeling a lot better. But Metal likes wrestling. Metal understands wrestling. And I think he understands the fucking weird fascination with like Japanese culture that a lot of these wrestling dorks have. And I bet if Metal was here, he would have immediately responded and said something like, I fucking knew this guy would be an Asuka fucking... This guy would be an Asuka, Kairi Sane. He's going to be into one of those bitches. Which, I mean, I don't know how old he is. He could be fucking 55. He could be like 60. He could be fucking 43. I don't know. It's still hard to tell with age. I'm bad at it, especially being half blind. Point being, Asuka's kind of at least maybe age-ish appropriate. Like, she's like 40, I think. So, like, she's not a fucking, like, you know. He's not fucking creeping on a 23-year-old girl. So I like that. That is at least respectable, but he would be an Asuka guy. I bet this guy likes anime.
You
And
like
not
that.
only
You
not
like
only for her
the Asian gals, don't you?
I do. I do.
Yeah.
I have that thing. A lot of people say it's bad to do that and say that, but
No.
Knew it.
I've always been attracted, and I think not only her looks though. I think it's the whole package with her. I think she is far and above one of the best wrestlers, men or
Oh my God, he's that dorky. He's not even just going to talk about how hot she is or whatever. He's going to explain it in wrestling terms. What a fucking goof.
or what's going to happen after the last.
Do you know who I always thought was just a smoke show? I mean,
Okay, so it's going to be an old one, I guess, because he said who I always thought was a smoke show. Is it going to be Miss Elizabeth? Who's it going to be? It's going to be something stupid.
A smoke.
Scorch is just looking at a fucking hot broad. This guy's fucking bringing work rate into his woman comparisons. Fucking Mark loser.
Show, and I met her in person many years ago. Velvet Sky.
Velvet Sky. I guess we could have Googled these. Just so we're on the level. This is the Asuka girl. Oh wait, that's a fucking anime girl. What the fuck? Yeah, okay. Asuka WWE. That work? There she is. That's Asuka. That's Asuka. All right, Velvet Sky. Oh, okay. She was a TNA girl. I don't really know anything about this girl. That would be exactly who Scorch thinks is hot. Some just pretty generic blonde girl with a fucking... She got a Pam Anderson barbed wire tattoo. Yeah, that is Scorch coded. That would be who Scorch is into.
Velvet Sky, yes. I remember. I'm trying to think back. I remember the name. Velvet Sky.
I think I met her in ECW. She was dating Bully Ray Dudley at one point.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
TNA. She was in
TNA she was at. Yes, okay.
Yes. One of the beautiful people, right?
Yes, exactly. I posted something on my Facebook page today. That was one of my memories from when Piper Niven was arguing with Bully Ray. And Piper Niven said, Bully Ray...
Take care, man.
Peace, man.
Okay,
7 o'clock, correct?
7 to midnight and Sunday 2 to 7.
And
shit.
We still have a lot of shit we can talk about. Let's do it again next week sometime.
All right. Sounds good to me.
It
All
is
right.
POB.
I guess we made it to the end.
Saturday night, 7 o'clock, correct?
7 to midnight and Sunday 2 to 7.
And be sure to check them out at 2CW. I'll put the links down. And Bob, thank you so much for joining me again, man.
Wait, he's still involved in wrestling?
You too, brother. Take care, man.
Peace, man.
Oh, all right, shit. I guess that was the end. Fuck. It's funny how you get to the... See, this is my problem with the internet. Every time a video late at night ends, I get a motherfucking who are these podcasts clip that auto plays, and then they sneak into my like top 5 at the end of the year on YouTube. It's a fucking shame. Sit there and go, how did I watch all that WATP? I clicked on it like 15 times all year. Nope, it's just from the autoplay. I wasn't even conscious. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. What a shame. What a shame. LMAO bro got scooped. What are you talking about, MGD? Are you saying that fucking who are these podcasts scooped me on this episode? They didn't. They did. This clip is 2 years old. Just saying, it auto-played. It auto-played because it is a Scorch clip. Scorch has a disastrous reboot of PFG. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, MGD. I didn't get scooped by anybody. I'm not the first person that's covered Scorch in the slightest. Here, I'll show you. There's a guy. Look at this one. This is Ralph the Movie Maker. You ever heard of this guy? Me either. 76,000 views a year ago. Scorch PFG returns. Let's check it out for a second. Fuck it.
Hope you're all doing well. Let's just jump right into it. For those of you who don't know Scorch's PFG-TV, this is a running joke on my channel. Pretty funny. If you don't find it funny, just shut up, okay?
Once again, this guy has 700 or almost 600,000 subscribers. He's been covering Scorch for years. He's a known guy.
It's been a couple of years now since my previous video on Scorch. He seems to be gaining some traction again online. Before I go into what Scorch is up to right now, because Scorch is back, hence the title of this video. For those of you who don't know Scorch or anything about what makes this funny.
He's got sponsors, that's right.
And exciting, and
it's all Scorch. My broadcast, 119 views 9 days ago. He's, whatever. What was my point in covering this? Oh, okay. It's just, yeah, I ain't doing anything. I ain't doing anything special. Anybody can cover whatever they want. I don't think I have a monopoly on any of this. If someone can come in and do a better job, I'm happy. Because, I suck. So I'm not in the slightest bit a person that's remotely insecure about like my place or my role. I got none. All right. What time is it? Oh, fuck, it's almost 4 in the morning. All right. Luckily, short week. Juneteenth is Friday. So, that'll be nice. We'll have a 3-day weekend to get all caught up on everything and do more stuff. Probably come back to, you know what? I'm going to stop saying that. I'm going to come back and do other streams because I never end up doing it. I never fucking end up doing it. Let's get a fucking final tally, by the way, before we get out of here. The goal, by the way, started at 13, ended at being 16. We wanted 16 likes by the end of the stream. Let's see. We got to 9. We got to 8. And it turns out, remember how I was like, oh, it's fucking cringe if you like your own shit. Well, you know what? I did it. I'm guilty. Lock me the fuck up. You know what they say?
Hey, how you feeling this morning?
I hit the wrong button. Anyways, I liked my own stream. Fucking fight me. But we got 47 total views over like 3 hours of streaming. That's about 16 an hour. And the beauty of that, of course, is that this did get 15 hours and 10 or 15 views, 15 views in 10 hours. So we lapped Scorch all around. We fucking did it. I'm going to declare victory for now. And you know what? I look forward, Scorch, to talking to you because I think we're going to get close to that. I think we're going to get close to that spot where you and me have to talk. If we're pulling in the same numbers, I welcome the battle. Think about Scorch. Think about what you and me could do together as co-hosts. If we combine your 15 views with my 47, you and me are looking at splitting a cool 62 views. Huh? I think that sounds pretty good. I mean, look, I got 44 subscribers. Look at that. 44 subscribers. Oh, 45? We gained a subscriber during the stream. Look at that. That's fucking Keno, baby. Look at those money moves I'm making. 47 total views. I got 45 subscribers. You got 31,000 subscribers. And you got 14, 15 views. Think about what we could do together. Boom, another view. 48. Count it up, Scorch. I don't know what the point of this is. We're fighting over fucking 40 views. Jesus Christ. Fucking get a grip. All right. I've had a fucking blast. This was a great time. But it's time that we bid adieu. And you walk away and I'll walk away. All right? Thanks for tuning in. I'm saying goodnight. Bye-bye.